Hello, hello, hello. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Now you can see on my screen here. I'm reading the book of Genesis. In pidgin, in Greek, and in English. But though I'll be starting with Greek. Now, to most of you people that want to actually read the Greek Bible version, which is very important, you know, I would advise you to go for the Pergamo version. You know what I mean? Like we have different versions in the Greek. In fact, a very large library for the Bible. So for me, I will advise you to go for the Pergamo because the Pergamo actually goes along with the King James version. Yes, but I will be using the TGV version. This version is kind of complicated. So I'm reading a very short Bible verse. Um, and I will be explaining little by little. I'll also be reading the 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 English version, the King James version, which is actually here too. You can see the English version is here, the pidgin is also down. But I'll be starting with only the Greek versions. Now, how do we call it in first of all, let me use English. English we say the book of Genesis, yeah, chapter 1, verse 26. So, but for me, I'll be using the Greek intonation, the Greek accent and everything. So I will say Yenesi, Yenesi, Kefalia, Ena, Keikosi, XC. Now I'm going to be reading and pay attention. You can see my mouse moving, hovering around here. So it says meta. Now in the original version, in the King James version, sorry to use that word. In the King James version, you will not see meta. Now let's scroll down. You would see and. You can see now and means K in Greek. K. Now we go back up. Now you see when it says meta. Meta means later. Like the pidgin will say after. Now I continue. It's meta ipe. What does it mean? Now ipe means it says, he said, meta ipe. Meta later, he said. Later, he said, meta ipe. Or theos, or theos, or theos. You see, now let's read it back. Theos or ipe, meta, meaning God said later. Now let's read it straight. Meta ipe or theos. Later. There is no and here. You see, there is no K. Meta ipe or theos. Later, God said. Now, ash. Ash means let. Let. Aftiazume. Tiazume means make us. You understand? Aftiazume. Let. Now, us make. You understand? Make us. Let us make. Ash means let. Ftiazume. Us make. Ton. Him. Him. Ton. Anthropo. What does it mean? Anthropo means, now, if we are using a singular, we could say anthroponis. Anthroponis means humans. Anthropo, you could call anthropo man. In Greek, we call anthropo man. Anthropo. You understand? Now, I go ahead. He say, symphona. 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 According. Symphona. According. Metin ekona. According to our picture. Ekona. Ekona means picture. You understand? But the Bibles we read, they will say image. Now, image in Greek is ekon. Ekon. Ekona. Picture. Now I continue. You see, tin dikimas. Dikimas means hour. Hours. Tindikimas, you can see. Sigma at the end here. Sigma, hours. Ketin omiosi. Ketin omiosi. What does that mean? It means omiosi, resemblance. Omiosi. Ke ash esuazaze. Esusiaze. Dominate. Esusiaze. Ke ash esusiaze. Now, if you put this ke ash, you understand? Now, ash esusiaze means let them rule. I'm not putting the K now. I'm using the ash esusiaze. Esusiaze means this only is dominate. Now, if you had the ash esusiaze means let them rule. You understand? The KI just represents something like oppression. You get the point. K ash esusiaze. Stis. Talasa. Talasa means stis. Talasa. Talasa is what? Sea. Talasa. Tapsaria. You understand? That's Saria Talasa. That means fish of the sea. Talasa Tapsaria. Sea of the fish. Stonoranon, the sky. You understand? Taptina, the birds. Stazwa, the animals. Yenika means generally. Generally. See, only thing ye. You understand? That means only on earth. You get the point? Now, yenika, see, only thing ye. Kesta erpeta. Kesta erpeta. That means reptile. Erperta. Reptile. Pu sinotan. You see, pu sinotan. Crawl. Sinotan means that's the reptile that crawl. You see, now it's giving you command to dominate. I will still come back. I'll read them fully for you to understand. Sinotan, pano. Si, that's up. Sinapti. Afti means ha. Who is ha? This earth. You get the point. Now, I'll read the English version and I'll come back to the Greek one more time. But then I will not be explaining. I will only be reading for you to get the point. Now, the English says, and God said, you get the point. Let us make man in our own image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, which the Greeks call thalassa. You understand? Then the dominion is esusiaze. As I said before, esusiaze. That's dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping things. Now you see the Greek call this, you see, erpeta mean reptile. But now the English says, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Now I return back again and I read the Greek version in full level now for you to get me. Now, Yenesi, Kephalia ena, ikosiexi, metaipeoteos, aftiazome, ton anthropo, symphona meti ekona ti dikimas, ketin omiosi, ke at esusiaze stis thalassa tapsaria. Stonorano ta tina stazwa ke yenika siolitin yi ke sta erpeta pu sinotan pano siapti. You understand? Catalaves. Now you could go back to my explanation again if you want to get it properly. Then I'll be reading the final versions, which is the Pidgin language. Now the Pidgin, on the other hand, is just, is kind of like mix of English and everything. Then he says in that version, say, then God see, just like the English, then God said, make we create human being like ourselves. Let us make man like ourselves, just as we be, so that then go be oga over the fish them for sea. There will be the boss of the fish and the sea and the birds for the sky, plus the cattle and over the whole earth, plus everything where they inside. So if you enjoy these Bible translations and everything, I want you to subscribe and share my videos, because I have a lot on my sleeve that I'm bringing to you people. God bless you and remain blessed forever.